Good afternoon. Here is Sunshine Report. I'm Olatomiwa Donald Falayi. Ondo State government has taken exception to the statement alluded to Governor Oluwarotimi Akeredolu during the rounds on social media platforms, which tended to portray Vice President Yemi Osinbajo as an opportunist in the build-up to the 2023 general elections. According to the alleged remark credited to Governor Akeredolu, the Vice President was engrossed in prayers at the Holy Ghost tonight when the governor and other stalwarts of the All Progressives Congress were burning the midnight oil to ensure that President Buhari won the party primaries in 2014. The senior special assistant on special duties and strategy to Governor Akeredolu, in a statement in Akure, said the author of the twisted and misleading declaration was mischievous with a missed target to dent the robust political and professional relationship between Governor Akeredolu and Professor Osinbajo, which had spanned many years. The statement added that the position of Ondo State Governor and Chairman of Southern Governors Forum, Akeredolu, on Southern Presidency in 2023 is clear and straightforward. It maintains that Governor Akeredolu has respect and dignity for Vice President Yemi Osinbajo, whose commitment and sacrifices to the indivisible entity of Nigeria, coupled with his legal professional acumen, cannot be wished away. A National Assembly aspirant, Mr. Olumbe Akinkunmi, seeking to represent Ondo East and Ondo West Federal Constituency, has intensified his bid for the All Progressives Congress ticket. In a symbolic show of love, the hopeful admirers from the two local government areas took to the streets to distinguish the man whose penchant for the Ekimogun youth knows no bounds. Joy Pius captured the mood of the event.
Youths from Ondo East and Ondo West, under the platform of the Ekimogun Youths Connect, crowded to appreciate Mr. Olumbe Akinkunmi, a frontline aspirant seeking to represent the people of Ondo East and West Federal Constituency at the National Assembly in the 2023 election, whose benevolence and empowerment for the masses are enduring legacies. In a frenzied mood, the youths took to major roads in Ondo town, armed with placards displaying Olumbe Akinkunmi's strides. President Ekimogun Youths Connect, Lucas Famakinde, as well as other members of the group, described the ambition of the hopeful whose time has come, considering his welfarist disposition.
For about 20 years now, the youth group Ekimogun Youths Connect has been in existence. And we have been trying to meet our leaders, both political, religious, and even traditional leaders, that they can give us some sum of money so that we can be using it for revolving loan. But unfortunately, for the past 19 years, nobody has responded. But just under 48 hours, we met Honorable Olumbe Akinkunmi that we need some money that the youth organization can be using for revolving loan. And under 48 hours, he sent us a total amount of 5 million naira.
That is why you see us trooping out in mass today to say thank you to Honorable Olumbe Akinkunmi.
That man is a good man. He loves youths of Ondo Kingdom, so we love him too.
Mr. Olumbe Akinkunmi appreciated the gathering for their show of love, promising to devote more to their empowerment.
What we have done today is donate an amount of 5 million naira to the Ekimogun youth of Ondo town for them to be able to continue to run their revolving loan scheme. Now, what that scheme is going to do is to put loans into the hands of their members who are connected to them to enable them to grow their businesses, the ones that don't have businesses to start new businesses.
As Mr. Akinkunmi optimistically hopes to clinch APC ticket for House of Representatives, one of his flagship programs is youth development, which political observers say is what the country requires to get it right. Joy Pius, Osrc News.
Ondo State Governor Oluwarotimi Akeredolu has reaffirmed his commitment to attracting more investors into the state for economic growth. flagging off the JB oil plantation farms of 10,000 hectares in Ore, Odigbo local government area of the state. Governor Akeredolu said he is working towards leaving the state better than he met it. Omoriola Hungbeji reports that top government functionaries, royal fathers from Ikale Odigbo axis, and representatives of CBN Governor Emefiele also graced the event.
Despite current vitality in the agricultural sector, demand for palm oil globally remains strong. The global market for palm oil projected at $57.2 billion by 2026 informed the need for the investment, especially when opportunity thrives. Governor of Ondo State, Oluwarotimi Akeredolu, said since he assumed office, about 70,000 hectares of land have been given to 7 companies for oil palm plantation out of 100,000 hectares in the forest reserves of the state, commending the managing director of JB Farms, Jibola Adebutu, for the monumental achievement. Governor Oluwarotimi Akeredolu maintained that the event marked a giant stride in his administration's quest for a green and sustainable economy, job creation, industrial development, and enhanced internally generated revenue, while reiterating his commitment to the promotion of oil palm, cocoa, cashew, rubber, and coffee. The governor said he would not relent in his desire to make the state the #1 producer of cocoa and oil palm.
We are projected to span a total area of 10,000 hectares, and I think and more. This is just the first one, but I believe it's more than that, particularly when we realize the effect of having this farm here. It's not easy to know now. Less than 3 years to go. So the benefit will come so many years after. So for us, we are doing something for the future, not for now. It's for the future.
Governor Akeredolu frowned at the attitudes of some stakeholders sabotaging government's effort at developing Okitipupa Oil Company, wants them to retrace their steps and attract more investors to bring back the lost glory of the area.
All of us must come together to think about how we take that. A plantation of 15,000 hectares, 10,000 already. Dairy farm I just started, less than 2,000. Look at what we see on the field and see what we can do. At least to bring Okitupa palm back.
Managing Director of JB Farms, Jibola Adebutu, who said the program started in Ogun State about 25 years ago, lauded Governor Akeredolu for the opportunity to invest in Ondo State, saying many states were approached, but Ondo State opened its arms without requesting for any inducement.
The journey has been interesting so far. There have been challenges, but by the grace of God, we've been able to surmount them. And we pray that very soon we'll come back for another program where the whole estate will be developed and we'll be dedicating a 60-ton per hour mill.
JB Farms, which has been in operation for 25 years in Ogun State, began operation in Ondo State about 15 months ago. Omoriola Hungbeji, Osrc News.
Well over 40,000 indirect employment is expected to be generated through the Palm Oil Revolution agenda in Ondo State. This is predicated on the establishment of the new farm at Ore. Senior Special Assistant to Governor Akeredolu on Agric and Agribusiness, Akiolotu, while speaking at the flag-off ceremony of JB Farms Ore Oil Plantation at Odigbo local government area of the state, maintained that the development will be an economic boost for the axis. Omoriola Hungbeji again has details.
In the past, Ondo State was ranked high in oil palm plantation in the country, with Okitipupa Oil Palm Plantation Company founded in the Second Republic by the administration of late Michael Adekunle Ajashin to serve as a veritable vehicle of employment. The company, which has since been left in the care of few citizens, was revisited by Governor Oluwarotimi Akeredolu. This, no doubt, is beginning to yield positive results with the emergence of over 7 investors currently harnessing the opportunity across the state, one of which is JB Farms with 10 hectares of oil palm plantation in Ore.
The Red Oak project of Mr. Governor Arakuni Olarotimi Akeredolu is repositioning Ondo State, not just for now, but in the coming years. Globally, oil, 3 sources of oil in the global market: soya, sunflower, oil palm. This is where we have comparative advantage, and you have succeeded in making Ondo State to take the rightful position.
Other stakeholders who spoke at the event, including the Chief Executive Officer of the Ondo State Development and Investment Promotion Agency, ONDIPA, Mr. Boye Oyewumi, described the occasion as a giant stride.
We are very happy that you are here. We know that you'll be a catalyst for many other investors. At just this time, had 5 industries, and we were clapping, we were happy. When we came in, the only thing that was there was ShopRite. Now, we have on this street alone about 8,000 jobs. The president came here one day to flag off 5 industries, not foundation laying, industries that were already operating. Not be appreciated, not now. When the umbrella is getting so large, they would have long left, but the legacies will remain.
And I can tell you, Ondo State is blessed. If with just 10,000 hectares, let's take 1,500 they are cultivating today, multiply it by 5. If one employed staff, whether skilled or unskilled, has 4 children and a wife, that's 5. Multiply it by the number of homes, and that will give you almost 50,000 homes will be off the government purse.
The additional oil palm plantations are situated across the 3 senatorial districts of the state. Omoriola Hungbiji, Osrc News.
The local government chapter of the Nigeria Association of Social Workers has pledged to work with the federal and the Ondo State government to further advance their social investment programs to reach targeted populations and reduce poverty in the country. The association's new president, Olufemi Babalola, made the promise at the inauguration of its 10-member executive committee in Akure, the state capital. Osrc's Richard Ilisomi reports that the occasion was a reunion of some sort as members from the 18 council areas witnessed the auspicious event.
Mr. Olufemi Babalola and his executives were elected to steer the affairs of the association for 4 years, assumed the mantle of leadership to demonstrate their readiness for the task ahead. With the dissolution of the outgoing ESCOs led by Mr. Idowario, Olufemi Babalola and his members took oath of office. He thanked members of the association for their confidence in him and promised to prioritize their welfare, training and construction of the association's house in Akure, among other goals. The new president, who hailed Governor Olurotimi Akeredolu for pushing social investment programs with notable grassroots impact, pledged that his members renew their efforts to effectively implement the programs to reduce poverty.
When we get to the community through conditional cash transfer, Ondo State care COVID-19 economy and recovery stimulus. You know, this thing is all about to taking people out of poverty and thereby encourage their livelihood and well-being. We thank the governor. If governor did not key to all this program, it will not be another thing in our state.
Earlier, his predecessor, Idowario, in his stewardship, said despite challenges, his administration brought a new boss for the association, promoted peace among members, sustained the printing of diaries for 2 years, and worked with the state government in many areas.
And I make sure that there is peace throughout the local government. And I cooperated with the government of the day. Whatever the government of the day is doing, I cooperated with them. They should cooperate with the government of the day. And 2, they should maintain peace in all the local government. And 3, they should make my achievements just a little thing. They should try and achieve more. And they should not listen to any rumor.
Goodwill messages from stakeholders and guests urged the new leaders to follow the path of success of their predecessors.
They should follow always the code of conduct and the principles of practice, which are the instruments of social work practice. Promote it among their members.
Social work is a profession that takes care of the poor and vulnerable in society through education and mediation services, among other goals. Richard Lesami, Osrc News.
Professor Adenike Oladiji has assumed office as the 8th substantive Vice-Chancellor of the Federal University of Technology, Akure, and the first woman to occupy the position in the history of the institution. At the epoch-making inauguration, Professor Oladiji pledged to prioritize staff and students' welfare, deepen research, and enhance the overall development of the institution. Osrc's Sahid Aribisala reports that the global scholar attracted dignitaries from all walks of life to the occasion.
An historic day at the Federal University of Technology, Akure Futa, as eminent Nigerians, including Governor Oluwarotimi Akere, State Commissioner for Education, Science and Technology Femi Agagu, gathered to witness the inauguration of the first female Vice-Chancellor, Professor Adenike Oladiji, who was born on 27th April 1968, came out tops among 29 scholars in the recruitment process for the 8th substantive Vice-Chancellor of the university. Chairman of FUTA's Governing Council, Ambassador Godknows Igali, noted that Professor Oladiji, having excelled in the screening processes, convinced the Council beyond reasonable doubt of a passion for excellence.
On our shoulders will be the responsibility of molding in character and learning the next generation of Nigerian champions in learning, and not only in technology, but in all spheres of national life.
Professor Adenike Oladiji, who is the first female Vice-Chancellor of FUTA, in her inaugural address, pledged to provide purposeful leadership, prioritize welfare of staff and students, and advance research and learning in the institution.
My focus and priority will be to improve internally generated revenue, prioritize staff and students' welfare, intensify capacity building and staff development, deepen research, enhance students' experience on campus, engender peace, security and stability, expand the university.
The immediate past Vice-Chancellor of FUTA, Professor Joseph Wakwe, and the Vice-Chancellor of the University of Ilorin, Professor Suleiman Abdulkarim, sought cooperation of all for Professor Oladiji.
Mine here is to appreciate and to also request that we extend the same hand of fellowship and love to the first female Vice-Chancellor.
We are not really losing her, but it's a pride on us that one of our own is taken to come and govern another university.
Special recognition was given to mother of the new Vice-Chancellor, just as her husband and other well-wishers enjoined her to remain unwavering in the task.
Naturally, we don't get in each other's way, and I promise I'm not going to get in our way. I'm going to give her a free hand to carry out the task.
It's a world full of men activity, and they will not easily take women. But that she was able to scale through the screening, the test, the interview, and finally chosen, made me to be very, very happy.
The entire oral community, we are here today to celebrate with her. We have confidence in her that she's going to be a very good leader.
As Professor Adenike Oladeji begins a 5-year single tenure as Vice Chancellor, breaking the jinx in the 41 years history of the institution, the confidence of the university community is high that FUTA will continue to move on a higher pedestal. Sahida Ribisala, Osrc News.
Governor Oluwarotimi Akeredolu has commiserated with the royal family and entire people of Chupare in Akoko Southwest Council area over the passage of the monarch Oba Kasali Adejora Adedeji, while declaring the late traditional ruler as a bridge builder who dedicated his entire life to the progress and development of his community. Governor Akeredolu said the vacuum created by the exit of the king will be difficult to fill. A condolence message by the governor through his chief press secretary, Richard Olatunde, prayed God to grant the departed soul eternal rest as he joined his ancestors, while urging the entire community to take solace in the fact that their traditional ruler left behind an enduring legacy. And that's it on Sunshine Report. Thanks for watching. Good afternoon.